My first ever Marvel Legends action figure. Well, Toy Biz Marvel Legends. I wasn't a collector when Toy Biz had the Marvel Legends brand, and I felt like I was missing out on something. And since FOMO is my biggest motivator, I ran down to a local shop that specializes in more of the vintage stuff and grabbed this thing from 2005. I'm going to take a look at this figure and try to imagine if it was made today with modern standards, would it be good? Does it hold up? It does have a comic book, which I would love to see Hasbro adopt. The thing is pretty well known, but somebody a little more random like the recent Phantom Rider, a first appearance book could have been an entry point into more fans of the character. There's also a card for a trading card game, but I think we know that modern Marvel Legends fans and Magic the Gathering fans don't really care for that, so we can leave this in the past. This was part of a series, the Legendary Rider series, so it came with these pieces to assemble a Fantastic Four hover bike. I don't think any companies really go all in on themes like this anymore, but the closest thing is probably the mini comics line, and I think in general people would rather have more figure parts than themed accessories, but I could be wrong, and if I am, let me know in the comments. This bike is cool though, the design is really great. The same can't be said for the thing's head sculpt. There is a lot of detail here, but this dude is ugly and not in a good way. But given the sculpting and paint application, I would think that a modern version of this probably would be pretty great as well. Likewise, throughout the whole figure, all of the individual rocks are raised and separated, and there's some pretty unique paint design here. Some of the articulation is great and on par with or better than modern figures. Some of it does essentially nothing, which honestly isn't too far off from some modern brands either, but I don't know if we need to bring back articulated fingers. I'm fine without them personally. One thing that is very interesting is this leg joint design. It reminds me of what SHF is doing with their Dragon Ball stuff, like the Daima Vegeta. I don't know if it's necessarily an improvement over today's Marvel Legends, but it holds up pretty well regardless. I mean, look, we'll never know what Toy Biz could have done if they had held on to the license. This figure was released pretty close to when Hasbro took over, but judging by this one example, I think they would have competed pretty well. But what do you guys think of this vintage, and I can't believe I'm calling something from my sophomore year of high school vintage, Toy Biz Marvel Legends thing? Let me know.